just so you know, guys, the score is currently 13-17. So I'm making sort of a quick, brief description of what I've seen so far. I've seen a Japan side who are still in the game. So of course I'm going to talk about the second half once the second half is done and in the second part of this video. But so far so good. They're conceding points quite easily, but they're in the game, and we may have just a Japanese side that is no longer the boring side that it was. No, boring isn't the right word. The underperforming side that it was in the last few years. Since 2019, Japan have been struggling, and it's a shame because we all want Japan to do well. I think they're a very enjoyable country to watch. They're exciting. You know, we know what they did in 2019. It was brilliant. And they've just wow. Oh my God, they are very good. Anyway, I shouldn't be commenting while I'm actually watching the game. Anyway, that was just sort of the intro. I'm going to be back once the game is actually ended. All right. Oh, before the game ends, how is it possible that this game is being played in Australia? This is scandalous, and I genuinely mean it. I feel so sorry for the Japanese that they had to pull up with this bullshit. Can someone explain why Ireland are getting this kind of treatment from World Rugby? Why are they playing at home? Sorry, why are they playing in Australia? Why do they have to just take a bus 2 hours up the road and Japan have to fly from Japan to Australia to play at home to Ireland? Of course it's Ireland. Of course Ireland have this privilege. I think that it's scandalous, and I'm pissed. I think it's not good. I think Japan should have the right to play at home in front of Japanese people, in front of their own community, without having to travel, especially Japan, you know, we've got their unique culture, their unique set of fans. Really kind of annoys me because I feel like it's Ireland that pushed this through, and Japan just sort of, as nice people, probably just went along with it and thought, hey, we're lucky enough to be in this tournament. Still not good. All right, well, that's a wrap on Japan versus Ireland. As kind of predicted, Japan were in the game for the first half. The only problem with Japan is that I wouldn't say it's a problem that they take the 3 points. It's the right thing to do, but if you score 3 points and you concede 5 or 7 after, then you score 3 points and you concede 5 or 7 after, it's a losing game. And that's kind of the game that Japan played in the start. They went to half-time trailing. Yeah, look, it was an interesting game, though. I think that Japan showed some good signs of life in the first half. They scored you could call it a lucky try, the first try where the guy just caught a loose ball off the throw-in and went to score, although it was a brilliant try. I think that Japan scored a bit easily, and Ireland then protected played better defensively. They were more interesting than they were in the first half. I'm talking about Ireland, with their attack going forward. I thought that Frawley was off his game most of the first half. Who can I highlight? I mean, no, Ireland were just sort of good as a team, good as a whole, and that's Ireland's way of playing anyway. It doesn't really rely on one or two sort of outstanding players. It relies on the team doing what they know best, playing the systems that Faz has been putting in place for the last few years. And Japan, Japan not good enough really on the day. Hope in the first half, but I wonder if the result would have been different if they played in Japan in front of their home crowd. No travelling, the identity, I want to say it would have, because they just came off a high of beating Italy at home, which is not easy to do. And they had to then bloody travel to Australia. It's like playing away. If they played at home in front of sort of 50,000 people in Tokyo, I'm telling you the score would have probably been different. This is quite unfair, and I talked about it at the start of this video. This is quite unfair. I don't know why this is happening. Fiji, and that's another thing I'll talk about later. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about the game. I think that Japan have still a long way to go if they want to be threatening in the World Cup, if they want to be threatening to, just in a one-off game against anyone, right? I don't think many people are scared of Japan. Maybe on their day they can do some nasty stuff, but Ireland showed that despite, the media and despite people saying that Ireland are washed, they are winning games and they're still strong. I think it was a good game from Ireland overall. I'll catch you for the next game I'm going to be watching, because I'm watching rugby all day today, is England-Fiji. Although I can't predict that one. It's really tough. I really look forward to watching Box Scotland. If you're a Scottish fan or a Bok fan, I might be going live during the game also, so stay tuned. Anyway, see you soon.